Hey guys, Keen here. I've already messed up, but it's okay. I'm joined by our lovely Kelly, who's here to
Ah,
take the piss.
take the piss.
That's the right thing, right? That's what you say.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. We have a cool game we're gonna be showing you today called Astray. Um, well, we've kind of ruined it, but it's okay.
I mean, you've ruined
I
it,
mean,
haven't
yeah, I
you?
kind of ruined it, but like I'm excited. All right, so yeah, it's a decently long run, but we wanted to give you some commentary through it to make things a little more enjoyable. It's a super fun game, really fast paced, platformy type things.
Yeah, because Kane thinks that him commentating on how we figures out every strat and every corner means that it'll be more entertaining.
I mean, it will. It will. Okay. I mean, I'm hoping so. All right. If it's not entertaining, then I'll never speak again in another video, and I'll just post videos with just gameplay.
I mean, that sounds good, doesn't it, guys?
Wow. All right. Well,
Let us know in the comments.
Here we go. let's get the run started.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Thank you very much. Yeah, no, I'm feeling great after I got this done with. Feeling great. So, it's a fun game. The game came out like when? October or something like that, right?
Yeah,
it's like
it was
10/26 or something, I think. It's
Don't
super
know what that means.
like, oh, sorry, 26/10/19. Like, who says
You mean
dates?
the 26th of October?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Optimal move.
We've got this. Yeah.
Optimal movement right here. Holding the.
Just gonna say that.
we got the movement to the right here. Very optimal movement. Very quick paced.
I mean, in the few runs you've done of this game, I don't think you can get that first bit any faster. Really.
Surprisingly, I have, but I think it has to do with like load time varying, like slightly different. Because every time I hit a tree, I wait until those things come into me, and then I look at the clock, and sometimes it's faster.
I was joking.
I mean, but I'm not, okay?
I know. So stupid. Even if it blows my memories further.
This is where things start to get a little quick.
Good.
See, I've hit that at like 114-ish, 115-ish before, and that was 117. So I already knew I was behind, and I was like, damn it!
I have to make it more stable, more complete.
I'm pretty sure I have a garbage jump right here in the beginning. Yeah, completely awful. Like, what is that?
Wow.
Seconds gone. Gone.
Well, this is my first time watching the whole thing all the way through.
Yeah,
because
true.
when you were doing it, I was like distracted. Because when Keen's running, if I give him attention, he fucks everything up.
That's the truth.
So I have to like be occupied by other things and just let him get on with it until I know he's got a good run, and then I can start watching.
That's the truth.
So I haven't like seen the first.
Like if I'm not up by like 3-4 minutes, then she like can't say anything.
Pay attention.
Yeah, you just can't watch, because if I know you're watching, I'm just done.
Yeah, it's just the worst.
So
this is your only mission.
I know I'm already behind right here. I'm kind of mad. This is like the inside of my head while I was running this.
Okay.
This game's so good though. It's a really dark, like dark pixel platformer. Like really dark. The story is great.
Super dark. And like the more that you learn about the game, the darker it gets.
Yeah.
Because at this point of the game, you're just like a little cute blob. Like, look how fucking cute it is.
It's adorable.
It's adorbs.
Look, what?
Huh?
Excuse me?
Huh?
I had a stroke right there. That was.
Oh, I actually remember you being really mad at this point.
Yeah, no, I was about to reset.
Like,
I was about to reset.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, well, that's a reset.
I was like, that's rip world record right there. That's a reset.
Whip world record.
Fight me.
Never.
Missed that. Looking like a pro. Got good hops, though. Those good hops. See, like, right there, 3:24 is the fastest that I've gotten to that point, and I was at, like, 3:34, so, like, I feel like I was way, way behind.
10 seconds.
Yeah, it's something nuts already. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was ready to reset. I think I die right here, too.
The ridiculous thing is...
No, I made it.
You know that chapter 1 is your best chapter.
Yeah.
You know you can do this bit so fast, and that it's the later chapters you fuck up on. So you being behind at this point doesn't mean anything.
I think I mess up on this setup as well. No, I hit it.
Yeah. Oh, it must have been the one before.
Yeah, it must have been the run before. But look at that. That, like, we hit that elevator at, what, 2:18, and you've seen me do it at 2:08. 10 seconds behind.
2:18?
Yeah, we hit the inside of the elevator at 2:18, and I've hit it at 2:08 before. Look at it. Look, you see? You see there's the live segments going right there. Just barely above pace right now.
He's such a cute little blob.
Super cute. If Shellos was stuck on a random planet. Like, this is what happens when you take a Pokemon and you send it into space.
Yeah. Like, this game is what will happen when they start sending Pokemon into space.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Alright, this is another sketchy part of the run. Chapter 1 is just really sketch. You don't really have a lot of movement options. You have a basic jump, and you can use that to, like, skate across the ground a little quicker, which you can't really do effectively once you get other movement options later on in the game, like double jump and things like that. Maybe you can, I can't, but it's easy to just spam it since you can't accidentally double jump. But this one is just sketch. I think the majority of runs that we have are ended in chapter 1.
Yeah, but that's just because you rage about being 30 seconds below.
Yeah. Well, it's because I know my best. I know my best chapter 1 is like 18 something. So like, if I don't hit that, like, why would I even want to continue the run? It's not perfect. Missed that. You can clear that guy's head, but it wasn't too slow. You can see what I mean by, like, skating across the ground. The more hang time vertically slows you down over the course of the run.
I mean, this is giving people a look at how dark this game can be.
No, it is. I mean, we're going to do a playthrough of the game, definitely, but...
And we plan to upload that to YouTube as well as stream it, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's going to be a long one, but we're going to cut it into parts, right?
Yeah. Because it's a super good game. We only played it a couple of weeks ago. And, like, when we played it through, we both, like, really enjoyed the story, and you loved, like, the
and our first playthrough was, like, what? 7 hours or something like that? Like 8 hours, 9 hours, something nuts?
Yeah, something like that. And like 600 deaths.
Yeah, 600 something deaths. The game's dumb, alright? The game is dumb. But
you won't
like,
see it in a speedrun, and that's the problem. And like, I think the trouble with watching someone who speedruns the game is you don't get a good idea of how hard the game is.
It's a very hard game.
But yeah, like I said, 600 deaths first place. It's a super hard game. But you've ran it through a few times now, and I think you're getting good at not dying.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just so easy to die.
Very.
Because it's one of those games that, like, you enter an area and then you, like, land on top of something that's going to kill you.
I was so sketched out right here because I didn't think I got high enough to do that.
Yeah, we both said that it wasn't.
Yeah. And I'm pissed off at this guy. Always. If I can get it, oh man, gold split. If I can't, screw you, dude. Screw you. So then he does that, and then he does that. Like, why? You were so proud of me for not going for that as well.
I was.
Because I thought about it for that whole time. I was like, I can make it. Nope, not doing it.
I mean, I'm his like speedrun coach. And I always say to him, like, he needs to be safe rather than fast.
That guy's never
because he's going to be fast regardless. But being safe is another thing.
I'm surprised we made it through this run without me choking super
Reset
hard.
him.
Yeah. And I'm glad we didn't, you know?
Yeah. Well, you wasn't. Do you know what? I won't like ruin anything, but like we'll see the points and.
Yeah. So right there, you can't normally make that jump, but we figured out that if you like wrap around a corner and swoop up, you actually get more momentum, allowing you to make that jump. I wish I could do this part faster.
I mean, remember when you tried and you just died like 4 times?
Yeah. But, like, I feel like if you're precise with your stuff...
when this fucking thing...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I died a saw right here.
You do.
Do I? Yeah, no, I do. It's so stupid. I was already so triggered. Like, this would have already been a reset. Intentional death. Like... We get intentional death because the mobs they spawn in certain places, and if you die right there, it's...
you 100% were gonna reset this one.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
I think I make first box.
We'll see. No, yeah, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Which is nice. That's a little time
He's
save
getting
right
pro
there.
At that.
Yeah, getting pro. Yeah, I think there's only like 2 or 3 like intentional deaths in this run, and that's one of them is that one we just saw where you get the little spider children to reset their location, and it makes the climb a little bit easier without having to jump on their heads because you lose a lot of time doing that.
Spider children.
And then the other one is later in the run where we get into this water area, and I do it personally. I don't know if it's faster, but it's just like what I started doing. So I just do it, you know, you get into like habits.
I don't know, I feel like you've found a lot of little things that make things faster in the game. Because like if you were just normally playing it through, like you wouldn't even think about doing some of the things.
Definitely not.
Yeah, I think it's just by like doing the run over and over and you trying to like find ways to make it quicker.
Yeah, well, I mean, you see me sometimes where I'll just like go, and before I start doing like runs or something like that, I'll just go to like certain chapters and I'll be like, I want to practice this. That's how I found the thing with the little barrel bomb stuff in the in like chapter 3. This is also quicker right here to hop that way, because then you don't have to wait for it to spin. I normally screw up there, so I was kind of happy at that moment. Anytime you touch one of those little red things, you're just dead. That was potato as. Have no clue what happened.
I feel like you yelled at me at that bit.
I did.
I told you not to fuck off or something.
Yeah. No, that was the run before where you were like, really? Really? And because I kept dying, because I kept jumping into the spikes over and over. No, I think it's right here. Yeah, really. And then I did it again, and you were like, really?
Give me a sec, sorry.
It's basically just me getting upset because I knew I was doing something wrong. I should have just taken my time right there and gotten through it. This was sketch as. Never will do that again because there was no reason to rush it. And I think we make this point okay, but I mess up on jumping on top. If you can get on top right there, you can get over. Oh no, we did do it. Oh, we just missed that. Yeah, there we go. So that slowed things down a little bit, and not getting a straight jump into that pipe. As you can tell by the red splits for days, I was already so triggered. Like, not even done with chapter 1, I see that I've lost so much time of my best. Good jump right here, off to the ceiling. Very sketchy area. If you die there, you have to reset from the beginning of it. This is a point where there could be a time saved if I sat down and probably like looked to see how they fall, what orders they fall, but it's not worth resetting the entire section by trying to go fast unless you're sure 100% that you can make it through that. Same thing with this area. I know if you like hop forward and hop back, you can like clear the gap between each one of the things. That's another thing that can be cleaned up. So these little blobs, basically they allow you to move them around. That was awful button pressing. And you can switch back and forth. They're like replica clones. Use them for puzzles like this. It's weighing down the, whatever those are, canisters, I guess. And we use them to just like hop up and through. And this will be the first instance where we see using replicas with on top of like zombies' heads. This part was really, really bad. I went way too far, like way too far. And as you can see, like I'm not gonna fit, and I had no way to really reset it. I guess I could have like jumped off of the one head and then did it. It would have been faster. I went for it, and I'm pretty sure I died because I fit there, and I was like, okay, maybe I can fit. And then I turned too early, like an idiot. So there's another time loss. I was really upset with chapter 1. I think I did bad in the beginning of chapter 2 as well. The beginning of the run was not the best. And then we make it through. I have no clue how my back leg doesn't get hit right there. No, your voice is really, really low. Now it's fine.
Oh, okay. Hi, Bex. Sorry.
Hi, no, it's fine. A little skip right there to get through that a little quicker. This is another sketchy area that with some good routing could probably be a little bit quicker. But, I mean, it's pretty fast. If you don't get hit on that guy, you can just, like, bounce off some gunk. And now we're on to first boss. 37, 38, 40.
Oh my god,
almost a minute behind.
Jesus. He was about to reset. He was like, this run's done.
Oh.
And like I always say, your chapter 1 is really good, and it doesn't matter if you lose time on it.
Yeah, I know. We have a really good boss fight, though. What is this guy called? The Rejects? No, that's a band. The mutated, the fallen ones. I don't know this guy's name. All right, this guy he's just a guy. I don't even like. This guy's just annoying. He's not even a hard boss. He's just annoying. I got super lucky right here. He swipes, and I just happened to like jump up, and I was like, okay, I got it. That's fine. I always try to like move myself to the right corner, even though it doesn't matter because it puts you in the middle anyways. Anytime we go into these like dream sequences, I get mad Hollow Knight vibes.
Yeah, no, this game is a lot like Hollow Knight. It's definitely very Hollow Knight vibey, isn't it?
No, definitely. And we adore that game. Can't wait for Silk Song to come out.
Such a good game.
But it's kind of nuts because like we're finding more enjoyment with all these like indie games that aren't like you know AAA full ticket price games, and people like these developers are just making these games that like this is a simple game. It's a simple platformer,
so simple.
and it's so
the thing
fun.
Is, platform games in their basic form are so simple that it's like gaming has evolved past a simple platform game. But these indie companies are bringing them back and making them into games like this and Hollow Knight, and they're like just so good. And like just
well, I feel like a lot of platforming games are kind of like blah. At least the bigger titles, it's like, oh, jump on this, then jump on that.
That's what I mean.
And then you have a thing, and then you have something like this where it's like quick, precise movements onto walls, down, under, pressing buttons, left and right, and you have to do all these like little puzzles. Like the one thing I enjoyed was the amount of puzzles inside of this game. And a lot of games don't have puzzles anymore. And these were hard. We didn't even know how to get through some of them. I mean, 600 deaths, right? 600 deaths. You guys will see later on in the run. Like it's nuts. Some of the stuff is nuts, and I make it look easy, but it's not. It's not at all.
100%.
Nowhere in this run is it just like, oh, this is easy. Like the entire time, I'm sweating. Had to take my jacket off.
I'm sweating, and I'm not even doing it.
So at this point, 52 seconds behind, not feeling positive going into chapter 2.
I literally had to keep reassuring him constantly so he didn't reset, because he was gonna, and it was like the first run of the day as well.
Yeah.
Or like
no, second run. Second.
No, what it was.
Well, no, first run. Yeah.
No, yeah, you failed 2, like early. Right at the beginning in area 1, and then we said just do a run all the way through, no matter what the time is, just so you can like get into the swing of things.
Rhythm, yeah.
Because like, you've been speedrunning this game for the last few days, like trying to get a decent time. And as you can see, his time and his best right now was 2 hours 18 minutes.
And we started like the first time we actually ran the game, and I got a solid run, which was like what 3 days ago. It was like a 2:44.
Yeah.
So like that much time already saved off of the run.
Yeah. Yeah. And at that point, he thought it was impossible to beat the game any faster.
Yeah, impossible. I saw the current world record, and I was like, nope, there's got to be a skip somewhere. I watched that thing how many times? I watched it like 2-3 times.
After his first run through of the game, he said to me that there's no way that the current world record was that low, and there had to be a skip for a chapter somewhere. And I was like, no, sir. No. You just need to get good, don't you?
It was the truth. I just needed to get good. All right, so now we got
like,
double jump.
You genuinely believe that was your best attempt at the game, and you were like, yeah.
So we have the ability to double jump now. When you're in the air, it's actually a cool double jump. You kind of spin like this, and you can change your trajectory. It's a set trajectory on your...
What did you just call me?
You heard. It's a set trajectory and like power on your double jump. You don't ever go any further, but the first jump can be scaled. You can see that when the initial jumps are being done, that sometimes I pull back and scale them down so you don't go as far. But half the time I'm just like full jumping because there's no real need to...
the button.
Yeah, like literally half the time I'm just spamming jump as quickly as I possibly can. So that was looking somewhat decent right there. That was 12 seconds saved. Not a PB or anything on that segment, but, you know.
He was still super sad at this point.
Yeah, still super sad. I mean, even right here. Because I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I take an L right here for some stupid stuff.
It's because he sucks.
Like, why? Why? And then you have to start all the way over. And you don't get a wall there to stop you.
Well, the thing is, I think that's something you've learned the more you've run this game, is where you die is a lot more important than when you die. No.
There's some places where you can die that it's just quick death, quick death, quick death, quick death, and you're right back in it, like this.
Well,
Boom,
I think
right
the reason for
it.
that is because you've had a run that was on world record pace a couple of days ago, and then he died on the final boss.
2.5 minutes gone.
2.5 minutes.
So
on
mad.
The run. Like,
okay, yeah. And then another one that was on world record pace that I lost 1 minute on the first, or I literally lost like 3 minutes in the last like couple chapters, right? The last couple areas.
You'll see the splits later.
Yeah, you'll see the splits later, because we're comparing my best run right now. So right here is a little skip that I figured out. I've seen people do it a different way, but I feel like this is a little bit quicker. If you're over there in the corner, listen.
I mean, that's not quicker,
listen, let's not talk about it. Yeah, let's not talk about it.
You have to kill that one first for no reason at all. It's all part of the strat.
See, I was so mad that I missed that, because that's my thing right there too. This one right here is so sketch. I think I die. No, I make it. First try.
I haven't seen you die on that bit in the longest time.
What do you mean? I'm so scared of that part.
That jump was so sketch.
Super sketch. I was sitting here like, oh my god, please. Like, I just made it through that thing. Don't let me die. And then I started jumping off of here early to make it a little faster. You never want to touch those things' heads, and I came very dangerously close to that one. It basically starts a whole, like, flashback sequence, which, you know, this is a speedrun. You don't want that.
Unskippable cutscenes.
Yeah, all the cutscenes are unskippable, so... Very precise jump right here. And the best part about that is that's not a skip. That's the intended method of getting through that part.
Literally, that's how you have to get through that part. It's so good.
Like, it's so precise what you have to do, and that's the intended method.
Yeah.
How many times have you died there on the first playthrough? 30, 40, maybe, at least?
So many.
So many. So these things are super sketch. If you touch them, they shoot out spikes. Bubble section.
Time for bubbles.
Yeah, bubbles is a very sketchy area, because you get inside the bubbles and it changes where they're moving, and I mean, you'll see. It's just a very sketch thing. But I think I get this one all right, because if you take your time, it's safe.
I remember bubbles.
Now this is sketch.
There's more bubbles later.
Now there's another method to do this where I guess like you hop up to the roof, but that just I couldn't do it. That worked way better just using him as a wall.
More consistent doing it that way.
Yeah, and I don't think jumping up to the wall saves any time. You're still having to dodge those things, but he acts as like a barrier, and all you have to do is hit the button and jump to the ground. Yeah. Yeah, it's a safer method without losing any time. Make that guy roll through there. Silly guy. I don't know where he... Oh, I guess he, like, runs into the spikes at the end of the wall.
Yeah, probably.
I always wondered that, like, where some of the...
Do you remember how many times you died to this bit?
Yeah. Well, that's because I didn't know how to jump properly, and it's like, it's not even hard. I think I missed this. Yeah, that was so dumb. That was an awful jump, but you know,
yeah, it was. What were you thinking?
I don't know.
Okay, these bubbles are hard.
Yes, very hard bubbles. I'm just like patiently waiting. And this one is more just like I don't know. Like, it's a tough one. I'm pretty sure I die right here. Or
No,
maybe...
you
Oh
don't.
my god, I'm a savage. I'm literally a savage. I die here, though, to some sketchy, like, stuff. Because it just taps it.
I mean, that was your fault.
And I tried. I almost made it through. But...
If you touch those things, they blow.
Well, this is the way I was trying to do it. If you just skip the bubbles, you literally can use the double jump to get through. Here's another little sketchy area. This is some Metal Gear Solid-esque stuff right here with the little question marks above the guy's head, you know? They're like, what? And then the one that makes 0 sense.
Look at that split right now.
I know. This one makes no sense. Dead, right? We're on his head. It's cool.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
One of the best parts in the game right here, though. Hands down.
Oh, this is so good, guys.
Yeah.
It's like this was designed for speedruns.
Yeah, no, well, I said that in the beginning because the first lines is like, this is going to be the hardest run yet. And I was like, dang, they're talking about speed running already. And then they put this part in, that if you can't make it go faster, and your voice in your head...
An old guy.
Yeah, your voice in your head is just... He's the only one like that in the game. And they, like, berate you. Like, oh, you need to go faster. Oh, no, slow down, his knees are cracking. Those splits, though. Oh,
that gold split,
though. No time saved. Let's go. Right there, I started feeling myself a little bit. I was like, yeah, gold split, and then I saw the time, and I was like, oh, great. What a gold split to have. I don't know if I get this first try. Oh, I do. Nasty. 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 Little damage boost right there. Is that what it's called? Damage boost? I mean, it is a damage boost, right? It's a damage boost. Now, you want to make sure that you have 4 HP going into this part, because when he rolls through you, he takes 3 away. If you don't, you just die. Which happened to me many, many times.
Many
I want to say that on standard difficulty, they'll kill you no matter what. Because I think like enemies do more damage and platforming things go faster, which means a lot of the strats might not work.
Don't you play on standard?
No, normal, like easy.
Okay.
Yeah. Health regen is quicker.
Oh.
Yeah.
You played it first run through.
Yeah, first run through on standard. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I could play it just as good as I am here, you know, on standard.
No, definitely.
But I don't think some of the skips would work, because I think the enemies will do more damage. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I would just assume that's like the difference in it. You know what I mean?
You're gonna play this on stream, and like everyone's gonna love it, and you're gonna make them buy it, and then they'll just be raging at how many times they die.
I would love for people to buy this game, because it's like what, $15 or something? 100, like steal, a steal. It's a great game.
It's a little indie game, and like we love supporting indie developers, like because we get very disappointed with the A-star game titles right now, and we're having a lot more fun with indie games, and this one's just come out recently, and it's super good, really enjoyable. The story in it's like the storytelling's really good.
Look at those plays. Look at those plays. Big plays. This puzzle probably took us like 15 minutes to figure it out before. Like what we were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you do end up buying, well, I mean, for anyone that ends up buying this game, don't watch this first. We should have put a disclaimer.
Don't expect it to be easy.
Yeah, well, I mean, we should have put a disclaimer so they couldn't I mean, it's a speed run. You know there's going to be spoilers, right? You know there's going to be spoilers from a speed run. Plain and simple.
Yeah, it's a playthrough of the entire game.
I challenge you to play this game fast.
Me?
No, I was talking to the people, viewers.
Ah.
Why would it be challenging you to play this game? You would destroy me, okay? I'm not trying to like I'm trying to be awful. Jeez. Look at that gold split though.
Oh, oh yeah, gold split.
I think I
Is this where you
screw
start
up here.
saving time? You don't.
No, but I literally got a gold split and I was feeling good about myself and then I just potatoed.
Yeah.
And
because
I want to see what I did because I'm so
what you
confused
did.
what happened right here. Oh, what? That made no sense.
It did. You jumped off its head down. It made every sense.
Well, I mean, I did some sketchy stuff right here to like save myself a little bit. Definitely lost time.
And I hate when you do that.
Yeah, well, I felt confident enough that I could make that. All right.
It scares me.
Now you can't jump on one of these guys' heads while if the replica is on someone's head and you jump on that head, you absorb it. And you need this guy to, you know, destroy himself to open that, like, door.
Yeah, because the button's covered in spikes, so you can't hit it, otherwise you'll die.
Can't see what was over there. There's a button.
Sorry about the splits.
Sorry about the splits, guys. See, like, I pressed the button again right there. We're gonna move to the middle, because there's a replica over there, little clone boy. And we needed to get in range to be able to use them. If you're out of range, you can see how like there's like a little tether, and it like stretches.
Yeah, as you guys can see, like these are the little puzzles, and you get a lot more later on. But you were saying you really like that about this game.
Very much
there's
so.
A bunch of little puzzles in it, and I love puzzles.
I miss puzzles in games. Like when you used to play a game, you wouldn't know what to do, and it was like
I remember playing games on the PS1. And like every game you played on the PS1 was just confusing. Because,
yeah, super
like,
confusing. You had no clue what to do, and the developers were just like, "Oh, figure it out," you know. And you just had to figure it out. It wasn't like a hand-holdy experience where it's like, press this and do that.
That's what's good about games like this and Hollow Knight, though, is that they make you just like do it over and over again until you know how to play. It doesn't like tell you what to do or help you in any way. I mean, look at this game. You're a powerless blob.
A powerless blob. At any moment, we could just die.
You in any way,
this was really bad.
Oh my god.
I took a death there to get the reset, but then I messed up jumping each time. This little ledge clips me again.
Then, I was so mad at you.
Yeah, well, I was mad at myself because that little like, I don't even know, it's the little curb kept screwing me up, all right? And then I think I take a death right. Oh my god. This is so bad. This is so bad.
And like right now, King was like silent. He was so pissed off.
Yeah.
And he was like, I hate my life.
Yeah, I was like, I hate my life right now.
And then nothing, just silence. And I was like...
I think I was like, I want to die.
That gold split, though.
No, I think we lose time right here. No, we get like 5 seconds. It's like 5 seconds under.
This is your least favorite boss fight?
Least favorite boss fight. It's the dumbest boss there is in the game. 100%. 100% dumbest boss. All the other ones, manageable. This one, dumb. This game's so good.
Super good.
Like I'm honestly looking forward to like pushing this game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, we can talk more about that at the end.
Yeah.
Like plans with the game and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So like check this out, right? Why are there turrets here in the first place, right?
Because it's a boss
and
fight,
what is this machine? Because it's cool because this is just a block. They don't know where I am. At least I think that.
I mean, they can see you.
Well, I mean, they can see me, but like, I don't know. I don't know. Okay.
They're literally targeting onto you.
Well, like because it's 2D, you can't see that like the cube isn't like. Or is this a cube?
I mean,
this is not a
just 'cause
cube.
it's
This is like
2D, it doesn't mean they see you in
hexagon
2D.
or something. I don't know what type of shape this is. This is one of those things that you don't use in life, right?
It's a octagon.
No way this is an octagon. 1, 2,
It's got
3,
8
4, 5,
sides.
6, 7. This is a stop sign. Okay. Come on, Kelly.
Wow, did you see that yourself?
I don't want to talk about it, alright? Look at that. Timed it just perfectly. Nice.
I timed it just perfectly, but didn't comment on the last time when he missed completely.
I meant to do that. That was planned.
Getting those RNG minutes.
And then I do this right here, and I almost lost it.
Yeah.
This is why I hate this fight. It's so dumb. Missed him. Got him.
Look at the house, just because that guy's still there.
I know! Like, what do you mean? This is why I don't like it. This is why I don't like it, because this guy literally has a trickle of health. And it took me how many more seconds? 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 7, 8, 9? Like, I took it like an hour to finish that one fight. This part right here is pretty optimized. I don't think you can get much faster than that.
What, this bit?
Yeah, no matter what it
Or the
takes
other
to...
bit?
No, this one. Because no matter what, it takes 2 cannon shots to be able to kill the thing.
Yeah.
And,
I was gonna say, because in that last one you missed the cannon at least
yeah,
3
no,
times.
definitely. No, I
So
remember
that
that.
bit's
Thanks.
not
Thanks.
optimized at all.
So we shoot this one, we just need to take a portion of its health away. And then, here, we just have to make sure we hit that, and then hit the final one when it stops, and that drains the rest of the health. Now, this next part, I can save time on if I learned exactly where to press the thing when it hits. Like, no delay jump. You get what I mean?
But how much time would that save?
I don't know.
Like a second?
Half a second. That's half a second. Okay. they don't. This isn't a slow run, is it? This is a speed run. This part's super easy. Just start spamming.
That
jump.
red split though.
That red split though. Look at that. 5, 6, 7. That's one
Look at
cannon
that.
miss. One
Just
cannon miss.
More
Gone.
seconds going, adding all of the red.
Look at. I told you it was about an hour lost right there.
An hour lost.
That red split though.
That
Looking
red
solid.
split though.
Just claps.
Like
Claps
what
for days.
a run. It's cold and wet. How long has it been? Why?
That makes no sense. Where would that question come from? Why what? Oh.
Why did they turn me into this?
Never mind, I didn't read that before.
It's painful.
I'm gonna edit that out.
Maybe you should just wait.
Just gonna edit that out, it's fine.
You know you're not editing this at all.
Of course I'm not editing this at all.
Looking for a video editor, by the way? Because you both. Hey, the sound
Pro
of
bono,
our
pro
voices.
bono. pro bono, you gotta throw that in there. Chapter 3 begins. This is the water section. Super laid back section, but a lot of sketchy tricks, I guess. Controlling in the water is not as easy as it looks, especially when you're moving other objects. Right here, I started like pushing against these walls because it makes it a little quicker to bounce on walls that don't have the spikes, just to speed up time a little bit. For some reason, I got stuck there when I went to do it. Didn't make any sense. And here's where I, get scared, because I always try to make that cycle fast. And then we have rock.
Yeah.
World record right there.
World record, guys.
We always say that point's where like the game should just end. That's just world record right there, getting that rock. If you mess up that rock, getting it up there again is such a pain that it's better to.
He missed it one time and then we had to reset the run because he couldn't.
Yeah, well, no, like if you miss that rock, it's faster to just run into the blades and die and then reset the rock. You'll see what I mean. Like I have to get under it and scooch, just like a little scooch, and then you get behind it. Like have no clue what's going on there, and then we just start bopping into it, just baps, bops and baps. Look at that, gorgeous out of view.
In a minute.
I have no clue what I was doing with this guy. I was like, playing with him. This is where I take an intentional death, and I don't know if it's faster, but I like the way it works, right? Like, because these things have, like, sonar, and there's, like, certain patterns, and if you die, you get the same pattern each time, and I'm sure if you don't die, you get the same pattern each time, but I'm too impatient for that. And this is sketch. If you mess that up and it gets in that corner, I don't know how to get it back out without dying. So I'm gonna be honest, I don't.
There's so many points in this game that like you can lose so much time. It's ridiculous.
The old
like if
Keen...
you die at the end of the puzzles.
Yeah,
like,
you just have to go all the way back through them.
Minutes.
But that part, the old Keen would have tried to like get as far as he can through it before they clamp down. Knowing that all you have to do is get to the third space and you can make it to the end no matter what. And there's zero reason and no time save by getting further.
So many times you used to like go into the space that had the spikes at the bottom.
Well, I mean, maybe it is a time save because you are like slightly before, maybe like a frame or two, you know? That's like half a second, quarter of a second, quarter mile. Fast in the... Too fast. Too furious. All right, so we got our attack now. This is like a fast jump that lets you push things. It's got a set amount of like ground that it covers, and that's really it.
We can rip things heads off.
Yeah, well, you won't see that yet because we skipped this guy because his back's turned to us, and I was always taught you don't hit a man from behind, right? That's what they say on the streets, right? Like, yeah, that's what I thought. I haven't been on the streets in a while. I don't leave home. Well, I mean, I didn't even mean to do that, you know? I know, he wasn't even looking. He wasn't ready.
You literally just hit him from behind.
I want to know if you can make that without the next box jump. Like, without the next one, but it seems too close that I don't think there's enough space.
Yeah, I know, it does seem super close.
Yeah. I don't think it would be worth it. But, like, there's a few areas in the game that I feel like can be optimized with a few little, like, shortcuts.
That red split door!
Look at those. They're so good. They're so good that it's just like, danger, you're killing it! Right? That's what it means, right? That's why they're red.
They're just too good.
Look at that, completely missed that. But we're okay. We're making our way downtown. Super sketch area. You gotta make sure you dodge those guys. If you don't, you're not getting a good run, let's just say that. They run faster than they walk. Well, that makes no sense. Of course they would run faster than they walk. They run faster than you walk while on their head. So you want to lead them. Shut up.
They run faster than they walk.
This is my favorite part in the game right here. I always narrate this. Oh, it's a blob! Everybody run! It's a blob! Oh no! We gotta go! Everyone close the gate. I got this. It's my favorite part of the game. It's the only part that I actually narrate.
It's so funny, and you'll see it like if we stream the game like doing runs. He could be in complete silence, the most intense run, and he hasn't said a word for the last like 40 minutes, and then suddenly just starts screaming about a blob, and I'm like, what?
That's my point that I know, like, okay, I've made it to a certain point. I like this part, right? So it's like, okay, I know where I am in the game. I can take it. It's like my comedic relief halfway through. It's my 40-minute crisis. Like a midlife crisis, like when you're 40. It's like a 40-minute crisis.
Oh.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
I don't.
You know what I mean. All right. You know, she knows what I mean.
Don't know.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
So proud. Like, you can tell that he wants to save this run right now. Doing everything he can.
Ooh. Oh man. I so almost screwed this part up.
Yeah, you did.
Because I was up here just like, yeah, look at me, I'm doing my hops, I'm doing my hops, I'm doing my hops. And then I was like, oh my god, wait, I'm supposed to be doing something. I was like, damn it.
Yeah, literally.
It's so much easier to just push it when you have the water going down.
I was going to explain. Well, when it's floating, you can move it precisely, but when it's on the ground, you have to budge it.
Yeah.
And at this part, as you'll see, and this isn't a skip either. It's like the actual game. You need that block to land on both buttons to get through this part.
Yeah, and it's very precise on where you need to push it.
Precise.
And if you knock it regularly too far, like two like bumps is too far, and then you can't like get behind it to push it back, because then you push it back too far. This is the dumbest part in the game, because sometimes it lets me just sit there, no problem. Other times, nope. I'm gonna fly out. I almost got this part right here, the fast back, as I call it.
I mean, this is another bit that you died on countless times in the first.
Well, because I like doing this part fast, because it feels satisfying to be able to time it, but it's really precise to be able to hit it. And normally you jump here, you skip through that, and you wouldn't hit that. Well, you would hit that, but you wouldn't have jumped up into the corner. It would have just like clipped that ledge, and you would have fell back. I don't think it. I don't think it like saves any time. Maybe, who knows? You know, no one knows.
No,
time doesn't add up, okay? Time doesn't add up.
That's what he says when he did his first run, and he was at like 2 hours and 44 minutes. I said to him, you just need to look at all your splits, and like you've lost time on like every segment, and if you just make that time back up, then you just shave like half an hour off your run. And he's like, time doesn't just add up.
Oh, I almost died right there.
There must be a skip.
I was like, there must be a skip. Time doesn't just add up. That's 44 minutes off the run. Or what's the... Oh, that was just great. What's the record right now? 217? 217.57.
55.
Is it 55? I thought it's 57.
No, it's 217.55, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
So I think that's what I was like comparing your time to when you were getting PBs.
Yeah, and I swore when I got 244 that I was like, no, there's a skip somewhere.
Yeah.
And then Kelly would just say, that was great right there, pro strats, awesome. That was intended to, you know, the box manips.
I got so mad at him right now.
No.
When he died there.
Because this part's so easy. Wow. It's so easy. You're just climbing a wall.
And it's like when you were a minute behind on your run, that's at the point where we usually say you need to reset.
Yeah.
And it's like, when you fucked up by there, I was like, you're not saving this run now.
I had to like reset my jump. Because you can stay in the air for a certain amount of time. If you use your attack against a wall, you can re-trigger a single jump. So you can either use another attack if you have the, you know, ability points or whatever, the attack points or whatever in the corner, or you can use a regular jump. So I was about to fall and I just reset it on the wall. I feel like when the run gets really optimized, that skill will be used a lot. Like bouncing off walls to get to certain points and stuff like that, and like resetting your jumps to where like it's just very fast.
Well, that's your next plan, isn't it, with this game?
Yeah, figuring out like what we can optimize to make it go faster.
Yeah, and like I said, we'll talk about it more at the end.
Definitely,
because,
we'll talk about it at the end.
Yeah. This bit, oh my god, this bit. You died so many times on this bit.
Because, like, they don't explain. Look at that, right there, almost death. I would have been so mad.
I remember the first playthrough of this game. I went and, like, took a bath or something.
Yeah, and I was still here.
And came back and it was still here.
Still here. I had no clue how it was done. No clue. We make a sketchy jump right here.
You always just hit it.
Just hit it. I thought it was impossible. Even though we saw it be done, I thought it was impossible.
Yeah.
Because I missed it once, right? And I was like, it can't be done.
If King doesn't do it, first try, it means it can't be done. I was like, do you know I know I keep talking about it, but when he got this 2 hours 44 run, like, it was literally his first, like, proper run through. And he was like, no, that's impossible. It can't be done. Man had died, like, what, 90-something
times?
And I was like, really? That's the best you can do?
Alright, so we have fake boss fight.
Boss, not boss.
Yeah, boss, not boss. Because it's not, like, each one of the things are broken down in areas, and there's always an area 6 with a boss. But for some reason, this guy doesn't get, like, the little boss thing. He's just in an area, so this is boss, not boss. That's a one-shotty move. You gotta dodge that one.
What did you just call me?
You heard. Yeah, we're just a minute behind right now. That made no sense, but sure. Right? Just straight through them.
When you're that far behind as well, like, you start seeing the red split so early on.
Right here, like, I noticed, like, the time, and I was like, okay, you can't really do this fight faster. A lot of the boss fights are really, really just, like, you can't do them much faster.
You have to let them do their thing and then hit them. And they don't do their things any faster.
Yeah. There are some that you can do faster. Like, I feel like the first boss is pretty much optimized. I don't think there's any getting faster unless it's, like, a second or two, you know? Yeah. This one's pretty fast if you would just hit that jump first, right? But you're looking at, like, just getting as close as you can to him, attacking him right when he does his thing, dodging.
Red splits on red splits.
I feel like this one would be faster if there was a consistent way to make him attack on the ground. Because I'm pretty sure that the animation of him charging and going across the ground to attack again is faster than him jumping in the air.
How didn't you reset at that point?
Listen, because you went away.
Oh.
You went away right here. You were like, I'm gonna go make. Yeah, you were like, I'm gonna go make some food, and I was like, okay. So I just was like, okay, I'm just gonna continue the run. You know, this is because we said that this is gonna be the.
When I came back.
Yeah, we said this was gonna be just a run to start off the day.
Yeah, no, that's the thing, and that's what we kept that's what we kept saying. Like, because I know you wanted to reset a lot.
Yeah,
and you kept saying
very
you
much
needed just one solid run for the day. Because the thing is, if you just keep like resetting the beginning, you're never going to get to do the end part.
Exactly.
So like, even if you just have a really bad beginning, it's worth like doing at least a couple of runs through just so you can have practice on the later parts. Because the later parts is where the run used to let you down, but like you've got a lot better at it now.
That was awful, and I did this and waited, even though you weren't there, because I was like, she'll be so mad at me if she knew that I tried to make that.
So cute.
Oh. I knew she would be mad right there. Now, it's definitely faster to swim through the water right here, at least I believe so. It seems easier than making the jumps. Look at that perfect jump into the pipe. Could never do that again. That was clean. Super clean tech right there. And now we get to the fun stuff.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, I mean these are I feel like these are some intense puzzles right here.
No,
especially since
are.
they're not done in the intended method.
Yeah.
Use a double jump.
That bit's so dumb that you have to raise the water up and then drain.
Yeah, and then drain it. It makes no sense. Why didn't it just drain the first time?
These parts, that's what I was just saying. This part of the game, like halfway through chapter 3, is usually when you start making a lot of mistakes.
Yes.
And losing a lot of time. And that's why when you lose time in the beginning, I try and say, like, you can save time later. Like, don't worry about it.
This is always a sketch part. I was happy that I got that. Intended
So
method.
lucky.
That way is the intended method to get that one up. This one, you're supposed to push that water thing to fill the water and then push it over, or push the water back over. But this seems a little faster. Now, what I should have done here was not do that and hard punch it, because if you hard punch it from up top, it ricochets and it gets caught on the little ledge. I did that when I was, like, testing. Here, I was just very upset with myself, and I was
the
like...
amount of times this man has died at this point to that laser.
They're dumb. They're dumb.
How hard it is to get that thing over there.
Yes.
From the first point. Like,
it seems like, oh, why don't you just bump into it? No. That's not the way it works. You're a blob. If I had hands, maybe.
He'd die just as he was about to get it in the place that it needed to be and have to do it all over again.
Yeah, because if you die at any point, it resets everything.
Yeah.
Not like this section, but each thing is separated into, I've noticed this. Each thing is separated into areas, right? Each chapter has areas, and each area has levels. So when you hit start, you can see, like, restart level, and that'll put you at the point where that specific puzzle resets.
Oh, that's what that means.
Yeah.
This is another very sketchy bit.
Very sketchy bit right here. I did this recently with experimenting in this area, and it seemed like you're supposed to press a thing, push a block over and whatnot, and then push that.
You need to get rid of the lasers, basically, so you can get in there and push these things where they need to be.
Yeah.
But what King's been doing is, like, trying to get the little ball, like, into the
little spots. Just very perfectly into the little spots that it needs to be. I am not happy with this part. If you guys want to just go away and have a snack
just take a break
during this, that's perfectly fine. I was very upset about this because this thing right here was just like, why? Maybe I could have made it onto the ledge right there. I mean, but I was like, I can't take the chance. You know, I couldn't take the chance. So now
you are a minute and 19 seconds.
And when you're a minute and 19 seconds behind, you don't take risks, okay? No, I actually was just like, I would just want to complete the run. That's what I'm saying right now, is like, I hit those first couple tricks. I just want to complete the run. I know how to do this part.
he gets very frustrated as well.
Yeah,
Like,
I do.
if he dies to a bit, like, he'll keep dying to that part because he's, like, trying to do it.
To make up the
And
time
then,
that it initially took to die at that part, which
yeah.
I've learned that's just not the best case. Just get through the part, move to the next, save time somewhere else in the run. We gotta push this thing back. Luckily, we don't have any goop. Going back, I mean, I used to die 10 times to this area each time I would try it, until I found, like, a consistent method of just pushing this.
Of not dying.
Yeah, a consistent method of just not dying. That right there, normally I die to that, but I was very pro and didn't die to that. Not intended, completely forgot that was there. I should have died to it. I deserved to die at that point.
It's true.
Because I think I die there basically every single time. Because I always forget that there's spikes there. Didn't mean to jump on it. But it worked out. I like giving commentary on the run after the fact, because it really, like...
Yeah, me
you know,
too.
it gives you like a perspective of like what I was thinking about and stuff like that during the stuff.
The thing is as well, because we've talked about doing it during while we're doing it, and I think the trouble with that is when you're in the middle of it, you're like very focused on the game.
Yeah.
And it's hard to like give commentary, whereas like watching it after, you can just sit back and chill and talk about it.
Definitely. Another guy we have to dodge right there. I was so proud of myself too, even with those deaths, that I got those little barrel bombs things done.
Because of barrels.
Yeah, they're barrels, okay? I just call them barrels. They seem like barrels. They're definitely not barrels.
He kept saying to me, oh, I've been practicing the barrel part. And I'm like, what barrels? I don't know. What part could he
Look at that
mean?
split, though. Even with the death, too. That means it can be faster. 21 seconds right there, saved. Very sketch skip. You're supposed to go to the other wall and go across.
Yeah, you have to hop across the ceiling. There's like blocks you can jump onto.
Yeah, but you can just barely clip onto a solid ground and do a couple like bounces to reset your jump. That's what I was saying, like to reset your jumps.
Just watching this, you just make it all look so easy. And it's like even when you were learning these skips, you were dying so many times.
This part, I am terrible at. I can't do this for the life of me. That was probably the best I've ever done it, right? That's probably the best I've ever done that part. I don't know why that part gets me. It's just like no one would make that there, you know? Like no, that wasn't intended. The devs don't even know that spot's in the game, okay? Like I'm gonna petition to the devs to get that removed. Forgot those guys were there. And there's an invisible wall here, so you don't have to worry about falling off. You can just push to it. I think there's like 2 or 3 of those in the game.
I always think this is the boss fight of Area 3.
Same.
Because, like, look, this looks like a boss fight.
This is 100% boss fight.
Like, this giant thing's going to come out the background and attack you. This is a boss fight, but no. It's not a boss fight. It's so cool. It's just like a little pixel game as well. And we love pixel art.
I think this is the final dream sequence, right?
Yeah, no, I think it is. Because
after this, we
we
go
go
into...
pretty intense on story after this part.
Yeah.
Because up to this point, the game is very good at like keeping the story very secretive.
Yeah, very
like
secretive.
You want to keep knowing more and more, and it's like it doesn't tell you anything.
And the best thing about this game is that every single enemy or body or whatever, you can read their mind, and it gives parts of the story on that specific person. They all have names, ages, everything like that, their occupation.
Yeah, all the little zombies.
And it like builds the story.
Yeah, no, it's super cool. Like they've got a thing at the end where you can see which people you've collected the memories of and everything.
And that's nuts. When we saw that, I was like, what?
Of them,
yeah. No, I definitely want to take the time to go on our main file or whatever and 100% it, and then go through and like we'll have to find the people.
We still haven't got the true ending for this game.
Still haven't got the... Well, that's because we missed like 2 things randomly and had no clue where they were. We thought we explored everything.
Because we beat the game and then you were like, I want to speedrun this game.
True. As soon as I played this game, I was like, oh my god, this would be so fun to speedrun.
Yeah.
I forgot how this part was done.
And I think you're really good at these sort of games.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
Look at that split, though. Oh, wait, no, that was the same split from before.
Yeah,
look at that split, though!
That gold split, though!
This is one of my favorite parts in the game, and the amount of times I die on it is disgusting. This is another point that I feel that there could be some seconds saved if you just made no hesitation. I have 2 sketchy jumps right here. That one.
Oof. I thought he fucked it.
And then this one. Which that touched me. Let's be honest, that hit me.
Yeah.
And I almost fall on top of that guy. And I was shook. Completely shook right there. Because that would have been the end of the run. I literally would have had to reset if you touch any of this, guys. The game does not like when you just hit, you know, the bottom corner.
Right now, in the run, we are still, like, what, a minute behind PB?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
A minute behind PB.
You fuck this bit up a lot as well.
So much. So much.
Yeah.
Come on, buddy. Like, I'm trying to, like, coax him into coming, and I've already done the run. It's not even, like, we're doing post-commentary, and I'm like, come on, quicker. It can't get any faster. I can't make it faster.
I remember the run you were doing the other day, and you kept, like, going through that.
I know, I kept falling into it, getting launched, and then they would get launched.
You did it, like, 3 times.
Oh, it was so bad. Wasn't that PB?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it was.
We were actually going to upload a video yesterday, weren't we?
Yeah, we were going to upload a video yesterday of my PB, my 218.
Mm.
Funny thing, still like, not even a gold split on that area.
You must have done that so fast before.
Yeah. I probably just got them to, like, cooperate one time, you know? And they were all 3 down there.
you just saved a bunch of time because now we're only 30
Definitely.
seconds behind
Definitely
TV.
saved some time. Okay, here we go. Boss fight.
This guy again.
This is so great. King of Inhabitants. Yoink. Okay. Dead. I really do want to make a split there that has a boss there, and then as soon as he dies, it like splits. So it's like a mini split. All right. So what is this? Mutated doula? What did you call me?
What did you just
Yeah,
call me?
Doula, mutated beast. I took so much damage right there, and I didn't mean to.
This boss fight is very sketchy. It's very RNG.
When I got bumped into him, and I saw that I'd lost 3 health, I was like, oh my god, am I playing on standard difficulty?
Kane almost goes for what he calls the 1 in 17 spawn.
1 in 17, yes. I always go for the 1 in 17.
Yeah.
I'll show, so there's different patterns that he can move, right? He can squiggle from the left to right, and squiggle from right to left. He's a big squiggly boy. But every once in a while, he goes vertically up or down. And I call this the 1 in 17 chance.
1 in 17.
And I don't know how many actual animations or chances there are. But it's just, you know, if you throw out, you know, a percentage or a fraction with enough confidence.
Sounds more believable.
Exactly, right? So it's just like, oh, the 1 in 17, I got it. And people will be like, oh man, he got the 1 in 17. And you can just make something up and no one will even know that you're just, you know, completely lying about the chance. Do I get this? No.
It got in me.
I get this one. Doula's really, really RNG heavy. Just because you don't know, like, I haven't found a pattern to know where he's gonna slam his head. I thought I've had it at some points, like, oh, 1 in 17.
1 in 17!
The 1 in 17! Look at that, killed it.
I mean, you didn't do anything.
This is such like a dark, like now that I can like sit back and watch the game and actually look at stuff rather than like paying attention to the blob at all times. It's like a really dark, gruesome game.
Yeah, no, it is. Like, and you don't really get that until you like know the story. And like we said, we'll do a playthrough of it and we'll upload it here and we'll stream. But like the story gets very dark.
I was feeling myself right there.
Oh yeah, you can tell.
Another 1 in 17! That never happens. Never in my life have I seen it go vertical twice. Never. Never. Now, never in my life have I seen it gone thrice. So.
Where you at? 1 in
yeah.
34?
1 in 34? Is that the next
right?
one? I don't know.
Probably. Okay.
We're looking for a mathematician as well as an editor. If you want to help do statistics.
We're actually taking applications for all positions on
all positions.
Now, so.
Any job listing on Craigslist or jobs.com right now. Do any of those listings?
You want to work for us unpaid, doing anything?
Yeah, all work is non-paid internships.
You hit us up.
Very nice last phase right there. Normally I come very close to dying because I just get hit by those goops. I always feel like I go so slow in this part. And then that was great. And that was great.
Yeah, awesome.
And we're on to the next area.
Oh yeah, chapter 4.
Yeah.
Wow. This is the last chapter, really, before the boss.
Yeah.
The final boss. So we're into like the second
and see,
half
this
of
is
the run.
so like for a little context. This is the first time that this has happened in any of the runs, but there's no actual auto splitter for this game. Basically, we've been using a program that's like an auto split that uses images from inside the game and base them on a percentage. For some reason, it didn't trigger when leaving that split, and I was so stressed out about it.
Yeah, no, he was freaking out.
I was like, oh my god, it didn't
please,
split.
Just don't think about it. Just like carry on. Just don't think about it, because we were on gold splits, and it's like, well, since you've had the splits working, it hasn't done
never for a while.
So many runs.
Yeah,
like,
for a while.
And then this one, it decided to just not work.
Yeah. So basically, I have no clue if I even saved time on the last split, but I was like, you know what, like, it doesn't really matter, you know? Like, all that matters is end time.
Yeah.
Period.
No,
literally, no one cares about what splits you've gotten. Yeah. It's all about what that final time is.
All the splits are there for is for you.
Yeah,
to have
no.
Something,
well,
so it's not just a 2-hour run, like.
Yeah, and that's why I thought.
Or losing time.
That's why I didn't want the splits also to be done by chapters, because I thought that'd be very, very boring, because you wouldn't know exactly where you lost time, and if you just make it for every area, it's more like exciting for the viewers, for the audience, everything like that. The people that are watching, and myself. Yeah, it's way more information.
Because you have, like, every 5-10 minutes, you have, like, another split where you can see if you've gained or lost time.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're doing it by chapters, it's, like, 20 minutes.
And the way I time splits is from the start of an area, or sometimes not the exact start, because of, again, it's checking pictures. So sometimes images will look similar, so I put it in points where you can guarantee that it's not going to think it's another split and accidentally, like, you know, split. And then when you load the next area, that's when the next split would happen. It's confusing, but it's not really confusing. I'm sure you understand. Fight me, okay? You want to say something? You got something to say?
I literally said nothing. Literally said nothing.
I would love for there to be, like, an actual auto splitter, like, that reads, you know, however, like, they read, like, the RAM and stuff like that, however the regular ones are, to cut out load times, because personally, I feel that, like, my load times sometimes vary going into each level. But I can't be asked to do that.
But as you know, we need someone to do everything.
Exactly.
Program.
So if anyone, if there's a programmer and anyone wants to actually make a true auto-splitting thing with, like, load times taken out, like, I don't even know if that would be allowed in the category. I'm sure they wouldn't mind having a roundabout thing with no, like, you know, I'm sure they wouldn't be opposed to it. No one's going to be like, oh, no, you need to keep your load times in your speed run.
And I was
accidentally,
like,
no, too. Accidentally died there, but it worked out. It's actually a pro strat. I think it might be pro to die there as well, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to test that.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Because you have to see where the...
Test it on.
Yeah, no, this wasn't the run to test it on. Because so far, we're blind knowing what time we're at.
Yeah.
We just know we were 31 seconds behind, and, you know...
You were just super stressed
yeah.
now at this point, because, like, the split didn't work. You didn't know if you lost time or you gained time. Like, all we had to go on was the next split, which was, like, 1 hour.
Like, I thought I had a decent Doula fight, but again, you never really know, because it's like a time gate. You have to wait for them to do their moves, and then your only time save is pushing the stuff in front of it so it attacks it. This right here is a little save. You run out of air, but if you just feather it, you can make it up there, and you can avoid going into that plant.
His face. So cute.
He's adorable. Yeah, but you avoid going into that plant, which is another animation of you turning into a balloon, and that's like 3-4 seconds, I would say, of the animation. Somewhere around there. And that's where we saw it. Oh gold my god. Though. That gold split, though.
That 58-second time save, basically a minute.
Yeah.
That's when you started taking the run seriously.
Very seriously. I was making sure I did everything correctly. No going too fast. That's a massive time save. I was like,
this
yeah,
was
no.
around when I started watching you again
Yeah.
as well. You always get confused on this puzzle.
I do, always, and I know how to do it. And then right there, like, shouldn't have died. Okay, first off, that needs to be fixed.
Mad. I was so mad when you died there.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was so confused. Literally, like, the amount of times that I've done this and literally can never get it right. Can never get it right. Possible time save right there, guys.
Possibly.
Just remember the puzzles.
It seems very optimized.
Flip the wrong switch because I was
so mad.
Well, because I messed up the last puzzle, so then I thought in my head, like, damn it, what do I do?
This is what I was saying. When he fucks up, he just keeps doing it because it's like he's messed one thing up and then...
Same thing right here. Don't go for that second one. Now I'm like stuck over here. I could have flipped the switches a lot faster. You'd only need one push.
Like this is actually like this and the last, like these last two puzzles have been really bad.
Yeah.
And I can see this is like a big time save you could have.
Yeah, just knowing how to do the puzzles.
Yeah.
I actually killed these last couple ones pretty well.
No, you do. That's like the... I mean, you do really well in the run from this point on.
Yeah, from after getting those two done, this is where I started, like, really getting good. I got lucky right there and got 2 pushes. Was able to get it all the way over.
So sexy.
Float up to the top, push it over a little bit. And then you
have
to wait.
He's not allowed to jump there.
I think I could make it.
I'll kill him because every time he ends up blowing into the spout.
Yeah. Now this right here, super time save. If you do not have to wait 10 seconds, right? However long that takes, at least 10 seconds. Because normally you would have to wait for it to go up, come back down, then ride it up, then it goes back down. Then you push it, and then it goes back down, and then you push it across. It's a lot of pushing and ups and downs in life, right? But sometimes you just gotta skip that. Almost died there. Came very close. That was sketch. I was hyped, though, because I got that first turbine. I didn't know how to do this part when I first did it.
No.
Was so confused. I think we actually looked this part up.
I think I told you what to do. There was a few bits where I told you what to do.
I had to scratch my nose right there for some context. It was very itchy, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta scratch my nose. I feel like there's time save here, and it's... Yeah, you gotta get good with the puzzle, right? But I just feel like if I can maneuver both blobs so that one blob doesn't die, that animation of it coming out would save time. You know what I mean? Like, if you can jump that blob to the other side while you push that thing or something, I don't know. I feel like this place could be optimized. I need to do better here. Like, I should have already been up there to jump across while that thing was moving.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's just some puzzles like that it's like... I don't know. They're just tricky, aren't they?
Like that right there, that was dumb. Look how much time waiting for missing the turbine. So much time.
Yeah.
This is super sketch, but it's a decently semi-consistent method. Semi-consistent method, okay? Pretty sure that's intended method, but I'm gonna say it's semi-consistent because technically we don't know any intended method for the game, you know?
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like I skipped anything there.
I really want to go make coffee.
Well, you can't. Like what?
So rude.
Alright, setup here is a little iffy. Could have made that, just saying. Didn't, because you were watching. getting cleaner in here would also be a big time save. Even
You've
though
done this bit faster before, I'm sure.
Well, actually, I think this was the fastest one because I was able to push this all the way to the ledge, and normally I get stuck with that poison turbine.
True, actually.
Because I think these, like, some of these things can only be done so fast unless you skip them completely somehow by, like, clipping through something or something like that. Because, like, it's the turbines work in a certain way. I don't know if they're running while off screen, if the level loads individually to the chapter or something like that, you know? But there always seems to be, like, a consistent pattern. So unless I get there 5 minutes early or something, I would never know if it's a different pattern or not, you know?
Yeah. Like these things as well, these are just slow, aren't they?
Yeah, super slow.
And you can't speed up how fast they move.
No, the only thing you could speed up is your jump across.
Yeah.
But it's like, what, you're saving half a second to possibly die, to then have to spend another 30 seconds setting up the puzzle?
It's not worth it.
Until I feel like until a speed run is optimized to the point where it's like you're flying non-stop, there's no hesitation, there's no reason to go for half a second saves.
I mean, we've seen, like, you're still not playing this game without dying.
Yeah.
Like, we both know this is a very hard game and it's hard to play it without dying, but like every run through he's done, he's consistently got less deaths every time. And I think you can get to the point where you're like not dying.
No death. Yeah, no, I feel like I can.
Yeah.
Besides the 2 deaths that I take intentionally, I feel like I could get a run that I don't die.
Same, definitely.
Because like the one I definitely need to get the RNG on those.
There's
the
RNG,
the rotation, whatever you would call it, to get the spider kids in the right position, you definitely need to die.
The spawn on them, I guess.
Yeah, the spawning. Yeah, not the RNG. There's no random thing. They move in the same spots all the time, but it's a lot easier to do the climb when you die one time. And then I technically don't have to die at the fish, but I just do because I personally feel like it's easier. It's like what I've done from the beginning. I don't feel like it loses any time waiting or going for it.
This bit's dumb as well.
Super dumb. Like, look how many times this thing has to go around.
I know.
Someone find a skip for this, please.
So slow. Yeah, we're also looking for someone to find a skip on this bit.
Yeah, find skips everywhere, please.
In the business of finding skips.
No, we can't afford bounties for games right now.
I mean, we've already said all our work is unpaid.
True. If anyone wants to find skips for this pro bono, be our guest. This is also a super sketchy part where you literally cannot make it go faster.
No.
You can't.
The thing is, there's bits like this.
If you could pass that point, yeah, you could speed up a little time and get to this next section, right? But like, you couldn't like make it all the way. You would still have to wait for the other turbine to run. So it's like you take the chance of dying for no time save whatsoever.
Yeah.
At least seemingly no time save. I got super trolled right here. It wouldn't let me jump. And, yeah, it just wouldn't let me jump. But it took me... I probably died at least 70 times on this part when I first played through. At least.
This was another part where I just had to go away and do something because you just kept dying.
But so far, switches have been going well. We made it through the first 2 switches and stuff with no deaths.
You still haven't named your splits. That's something you kept saying you was going to do, was name splits after each area.
Super sketch, but I had the quick hops to the I had like the quick hops to the
this
flower.
Just sketches me out every time I see it.
I feel like you could make that if you went really quick, but it's not worth it for me.
It's not worth the time that you lose by dying.
And now
because
you
these
definitely
bits are
can make
very
this.
slow.
Well, not that. That's why I pulled off. But you can definitely make that right there. I know before I felt comfortable with it, I would always wait for it to blow one time and then move into position. But I feel like just like once you get comfortable with something doing it one way, it's just better to go for it.
Yeah, definitely.
So here we try to break our balloon as quick as possible so we can move on the ground. We're a lot faster than flying. Pre-hit that button so you don't have to fly over and hit the button. And then book it. See, what happens is this turbine, that's what that button did, it pushes that block to that other switch, which then pushes the turbine below us, like where we are, and moves the fan. Again, hit the wall. Awesome, great movement right there. We had a nice little bap into the button. I'm super hyped at this point because we know that we had a time save.
Yeah. And like this is a point where and I said that earlier on, where you'd usually mess up because you haven't done the later parts of the game as much. So King would always lose a lot of time in these parts of the game to dying. So he knows if he can get through an area without like resetting a puzzle or something, that he's saved a lot of time.
A lot of those puzzles, it's like you do them and you get almost through them, you die, it resets completely.
And that's minutes
gone.
Minutes of time. And it's like, as you can see, his PB is 2:18, which, as we said, is seconds behind the world record.
Yeah. Literally, what are we, 12 seconds behind the world record, I think?
Yeah, I think, yeah. And when it's that close, if he died on a puzzle, that means he's potentially losing minutes, and that's just world record gone. And that happened.
Twice.
On plenty of occasions.
Literally twice. Like, in plenty of runs.
You died here, and we were like, no.
Yeah, I died here, and I was so mad. Luckily, it was right at the beginning and not part way through, because until you get through that, it doesn't give you, like, a spawn point. You have to redo it from the beginning again.
After this bit as well is when I went to clean up.
Yeah, you missed my whole, basically, Dylan phase.
Yeah. Like, after you did this and landed down here, this is when I left again.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen this part.
So we got Mech Fight coming up next. It's basically an auto-scroller. I'm sure there's some way to make it go faster. I've somehow gotten faster at it, but I think I'm saving time on the initial run through and not on the Mech Fight. There's a few little moves that it does and little mechanics. There's an overdrive, which lets you shoot your machine gun infinitely for a certain amount of time. The machine guns can overheat. You have laser beams and a shield. So as you see, the meter raises. I don't know what that correlates to. I'm guessing the first little bar is the RPMs to get it to actually shoot. And then the red one is it's overheated. There's the meter in the top left corner is the overdrive. As you see right there, we were able to just shoot our gun without losing anything, and there's no cooldown on when it comes back. So ideally, I would guess you want to save the overdrive for when the boss actually shows up. Because again, right now, we're literally just holding right. Walking along. If you ever get into a tough spot, you can shield. We know we can burn through enemies. It's very hard. And see, overdrive. I don't know what triggered that. If you get 1 overdrive per... Yeah. That machine reminds me of, like, Howl's Moving Castle. Yeah, like, you know, it's like some Studio Ghibli type stuff. Look at those snipes, though. Like, we're gonna make freaking, you know, area, like Chapter 4, Area 4 esport coming up soon. Look at those snipes, pro snipes. So see, we're saving up our rage. I don't know if it's, actually, I might as well watch right now. It seems to be triggered when you kill things and not when you shoot the gun. So you kind of like want to kill stuff, but then don't want to kill everything. I'm not sure, you know? Like, I'm not sure what the fastest way is. I know having overdrive right here to take over those cannons is really nice. But see, like, now we have to build it up again. And I don't have it right now. But it seems to build up pretty quickly when you actually shoot, like, the boss. And then when that boss shoots me, it pops. Dealing and probably taking as well. Because see, like, I'm taking damage and it's raising up. So I think, like, to make this part faster, it's a fine line of, like, HP management. You know, you want to take damage as well as deal damage to get that rage as quickly as possible.
This is such a boring bit in the run.
Super boring. They should have made it like sliding back and forth like some Armored Core type stuff. This last part's pretty simple. Shield to block the bombs, and then just hold down the trigger. Currently, right now,
I don't think
like,
it's a boring part in the game.
Well, no. Here's the thing. When I get to that point, I'm not even looking at what I'm shooting at. I'm literally just watching the boss's health.
I think in a speedrun sense, it's a boring part.
Yeah.
But in terms, because it runs along with the story,
speedrunners
so when
hate auto-scrollers, period.
When you're playing the game and like you're like in with the story.
Mech skip when? Like, why can't I hop out of the mech and just run? But no, I have to tiptoe in my Jordans all the way across the plains of whatever this planet is. And then the best part in the game is that all of a sudden, you know, we haven't been able to skip any dialogue, but they throw in a twist. Now there's skippable dialogue that you have to spam through. Wonderful, amazing.
This is what King would call like a time. I don't know. Quick time event, yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, it 100% is a quick time event. Just saying. It is.
You call everything a quick time event.
Yeah, I mean, every time I have to jump, quick time event. I have to jump quickly. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quick time events right there.
This is a quick time
Yeah.
event.
Look, there's a timer in the corner. Like, what do you mean? It's all being timed. This entire game is a quick time event. See, I've had fast... Well, I think it's because I died. See, that's what I mean. It's like, I don't know if I can do the mech fight faster, but I know I could do the platforming before the mech fight faster. Because, like, we had a green split right there.
This is, I guess this is the start of the chapter 4 boss fight.
I feel like this is one whole boss fight.
Yeah, well, because it's the chapter 4 boss fight is the
GLaDOS.
AI. Yeah, basically GLaDOS, which is in these computers. So, and then we fight their like true form.
True
I
form,
guess.
yeah. The Super Saiyan form.
So I feel like, oh, this is
Oh, you thought you've won, but you haven't faced my true form. Best thing I found to do right here is to try to keep that guy centered as much as possible. And if you break those things as quickly as possible, you can get it to just shoot bombs. At least it seems like it. I don't really know, but I got really, really good bomb shots from the robots this run. All of them were basically
You
perfect.
really good bomb shots.
Little movement optimization right there. Haven't done that the whole run, but I was just like, I'ma do it now.
You thought he was a god.
I had to make up that green split. I was very upset, so I was like, oh my god, I lost 2 seconds. Gotta go fast.
And I was still away at this point. I
Yeah.
didn't come back till like halfway through the chapter 4 boss, right?
Yeah, you came back like around when I started fighting Dylan.
Yeah.
And then I was like, shh.
Yeah. Literally, I came back. I was like, "Hey, babes, how's it going?"
It was because of
He
my
was like-
4-5. Like,
and he goes. And I was like, "Wow."
Listen, it was worth.
Wow.
Could have got on that guy's head a little faster. Make a quick double jump up here. Use the wall to reset our jump. Again, you can see that like a lot of these parts can definitely be optimized with perfect movement. I was so sketched out right here. I was pissed off that guy got in my way. If you had perfect movement, definitely time can be saved. Hands down.
Wow. How many hits are you gonna take?
A lot. I was very
Yeah?
stressed out at this point.
Uh-huh.
And then once I got on this thing's head, I was like, okay, I got this. Again, you see me just moving around because I don't want him to see that I'm on the edge and move to try to shoot me. I want him to stay in the middle as much as possible. We wait for the little thing to show on its head, and then we jump off. Perfect bombs. You couldn't ask for bombs better than that. Then we jump off. If you jump off a little earlier, you can get him to like walk towards you before the machine shuts down, but I wasn't taking any chances. I thought I did this part really well.
Oh, you usually mess this part up.
So many times, and I fall. Wasn't sure if I could make that jump, but I was like, screw it, I'm gonna go for it.
Oh, he was pro?
Super pro.
Yeah. Oh, I'm this bit.
The dumbest part. This should have just been removed. This could be a huge time save as well. If you just, like, a lot of the stuff is just perfect movement. You know what I mean? If you don't hesitate, time save. Period.
I mean, just pay attention to how long this part is.
Yeah.
Because on a lot of runs, and look how far into the run we are, a lot of runs, King would be on really good pace, and then he'd die at the end of this
Just by trying
It's
to go
like-
fast.
segment, And then you have to start the whole thing again.
Which is dumb.
Yeah.
A lot of the boss fights or areas have like checkpoints halfway through them. Like if you kill those things and you die right here, you start
this
back
is a checkpoint.
Yeah, you start back at helmet boys.
Yeah.
Helmet bros. Old Keen would have hit that guy from the front immediately after. New Keen hit him from the back and took damage for some odd reason.
Because of course New Keen is obviously worse than Old Keen.
Yeah.
Like what?
Nice hops. Oh my. I'm proud of that. I am proud of that. Those were some nice hops right there. Look at that pro skipping. Bow bow. Optimization right here. Headshot. Chest shot. Again, we're trying to keep this robot in a certain place. We ride that guy up to the top. And then amazing bombs right here. We move over. Look at it. Oh my god, they're so fast bombs. Much bombs so fast. We'll try to like draw this guy over a little bit. Didn't have time to do it. I should have hopped down sooner. So then we're closer to the wall and can make that jump initially off of his head. And then we get to Dylan. I'm always sketched out by that thing. Missed it. I was so proud until that moment.
Yeah, and then you just screwed everything.
I hope you guys are reading that. Well, actually, what we said before was languages. That could be a time save.
Oh yeah, no, you did say that.
Yeah. Because I mean,
that's something you'll have to.
Because granted, these parts skip pretty much instantly, but a lot of games do, and they still play them on different languages. And there's a few points that we can't skip actual dialogue, so maybe the dialogue will happen faster if it was another language, or is it just tied by an actual, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
You'd have to test
Yeah,
it.
we'd have to test. But I feel like that could be something to look into.
Yeah. That gold split though.
That gold split though.
What?
This is when Kelly came back and I said shh.
Yeah.
And she got upset.
No, it's because I came back, looked at the screen, and I was like, oh, and I was super excited for you. And I was like, hey, babes, how's it going? And you were like, shh.
I think it had to do with, like, me having to, like, shoo Papa Keen away just before this. Because he, like, opened my door and was like, something. I don't know, I had my headphones on. And I was like, I can't do anything right now! And then like 20 seconds later, you're like, "Hey, babes, how's it going?" And I'm like, "Shh."
It's so awful.
I think, like, I felt like my Dylan fight was so bad.
Wow, you suck.
I know. I felt like it was so bad.
Are you gonna miss that one as well?
Yeah.
You suck so bad.
I hit that
right
one. It's okay.
now.
I know. Like, 10 seconds, right? I would say 10, 15 seconds lost right there.
Wow, you're just gonna fucking run into them.
Listen, like I said, my Dylan fight was not clean.
Trying to make up time. That's what he does. Just runs into attacks.
Oof, gorgeous. The buffer. The buffer.
I refuse to say anything is gorgeous about this fight because you were
Look at those
so
barrels,
bad
though,
at
that he
the
spawns.
beginning.
See those barrels? Completely just jumped and took damage right there. I'd like to say it was on purpose, but it wasn't. Now you really have to manage your like your attack jumps, like the quick jumps. I would love to be able to hit that. Would love to be able to hit that. Luckily we got it anyways at the end. He didn't do another attack, but I'd love to be able to hit it during it because sometimes it's just in a bad spot that you can't hit. But what I was saying is you have to really manage those quick jumps because if you miss something, you're not going to have enough to actually push it up there. And my God,
so sexy.
my God. That was amazing. And then, of course, you know, you thought it was over, but it's not.
You haven't seen my true form.
Right, you haven't seen my true form yet. Right, so he breaks off the things that were providing him life, and all of a sudden he's stronger now.
Because that's how life works.
That's how life works. This one right here was sketch. I'm trying to figure out how I messed up. Oh, I just didn't jump right there. Yeah, I just didn't jump right there. Because I knew I took damage, but I was confused. I was like, he's cheating! That was a different pattern! It wasn't a different pattern at all. Look at that buffer to get that one up there, because I knew it wasn't going to reach. Like, oh my God. That was to a reach. So now I got my 2 jumps right here. We're going to buffer this one up and just... Oh my God, it was gorgeous! Oh my God. If those are too short or too far, you have to wait for another set of bombs to come out and then try it again. You miss too many times, you'll run out of actual like power jumps to push it that far, and then you just have to wait. It's like, it's awful.
And now we're going on to chapter 5 and final boss.
Chapter 5 and final boss.
We have the climb up to him and then final boss. So we're on the final part of this run.
Yeah, this is the last stretch.
Yeah. Thank you guys for sticking around this long.
I absolutely despise this guy. The robot, like Dylan in that PC form. I hate it. Hate it to death.
That got split though.
Oof, that Dylan fight.
God,
that Dylan fight, bro. That Dylan fight. So nuts. So nuts. So this is just a big climb. Like if getting over it was a blob. Yeah. Now this guy, the reason I hate him is because his text box sometimes goes over you, and I'm like, oh my God, stop! I can't see where I'm jumping.
Okay, we've got these fans that you can like jump into and just be blowing off here, which has happened to Keen
so many times. You can make that first rotation. I saw these gold splits and I was like, nah, not taking the chance.
Yeah, no.
I'll take a slower 5-1. Okay, I'll take a slower 5-1.
Definitely not worth it.
But like, look how close he is to me.
I said to him after the Dylan fight coming into here, I said, all you've got to do is not die and you get world record. That's what I said.
Look how close he is. And his thing, like, literally during that one segment, he was just blocking me nonstop. I waited so long right there, because I was just like, nope, I'm not taking the chance of missing this. This climb definitely can be optimized to go faster.
Yeah, no, this definitely could. But this is one of the parts of the game that you've done very few times.
Yeah.
And this
I mean, we haven't run this
most...
that many times. Under 10 times, I would say.
Yeah, no, definitely. And the thing is...
It's like most of my runs reset. We've only had, like, what, 4 completed runs? 5 completed runs?
Yeah, probably. I don't know what I was going to say.
That I haven't done the later parts in the game.
Oh, yeah, no, what I was going to say is that's probably the most consistent you've been with that part.
Yeah.
Like, ever. That, area 1.
So right here, I explained a little bit about the auto splitter before. Final boss starts when you are inside of that tube. I don't really like doing that because it's this long freaking cutscene that you can't skip. So I don't start the final boss split until like right before you actually start the final boss.
I think as well is because at this stage it's really good to see where you're at with your pace.
Yeah.
And if you'd done it before, it would have been like including like a cutscene.
Yeah.
It's...
Yeah, because like it's like this would have just been included in your final boss time, and you would have been like, "Well, did I fight it good? Where did I?"
Yeah,
like,
no,
what,
exactly.
Like it's better to just see like, okay, I fought the boss. This is my time for fighting the boss.
Which I think is good to have.
Again, programmer somewhere, if you want to make a like an actual auto splitter thing like that does it automatically for live splits, you go right ahead, sir. You go right ahead.
This. Oh. Oh, Mo.
I know, right? Poor Mo.
I was so sad at this part in the game when he had like red eyes and he was like, he didn't have like his consciousness.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
I so want a second game.
I know. Or like DLC.
Yeah, I'd pay for DLC, easily.
Yeah, definitely. Like, literally, when we finished this game, we just wanted to know more.
Yeah.
We were like, we need to know everything there is to know about this whole situation. Because the story is super intense. And super dark.
Super dark. I mean, here's the thing. We started this game not knowing that it was dark.
Yeah,
and in that first, like, in that first little part where you see, like, that zombie start bleeding out of its face and falling apart, we were like, oh my god, this game is dark.
I think the thing where it, like, set in that it was, like, a dark game is when, because we said you can, like, read the memories of everything in the game. When we jumped onto those one things and we saw they were kids.
Yeah, no, the spider kids.
Like, wow.
Yeah, every one of those, like, spider things that crawl on walls are, like, 6, 7 years old. They're all children. Yeah. And like the stuff that they say is just like, oh my god, like if you're a parent, like Jesus.
Yeah, no, literally.
All right. Good old Mechadula.
It's a technical name of this boss. It's what they call him. It's
Mechadula. Yeah.
Mechadula.
So the object of this is just to push these little barrels, because I'm still calling them barrels. Actually, I think those are different. I think these are different than the other barrels.
No, they are.
Oh my god, I was so stressed.
Like,
I was so stressed.
No,
so stressed.
He freaked out, and I was like, no, it's fine. Don't worry.
I don't actually know how much time you have from when those vents open.
Yeah. Because they change color as well.
They go from blowing out to sucking in. Right now, they're blowing out air.
Oh, so when they're purple, that's when they suck it in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just trying to move that little bomb as close as I possibly can to the next one I'm going for. I kind of never have a plan on which one I want first. I always want the top right done first, but sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. I'm just not that good. That's it. That's all there is to it. Is like I'm literally not that good. So like I'm just not consistent with pushing them to where I want. Again, all time-gated type stuff. You can't make this go faster. I would love to be able to position that bomb. And I'm thinking since it's right outside, you might be able to, like, bop it, you know? But I don't know if that, like, ball does damage or not. And I was saying that during this run, and you were just like, well, this is not the run to test that now, is it? And I was like, you're right, you're right. I'm not going to go ahead and just do some testing while I'm ahead of pace right now. We're in a great position to get that top left, though. Bonk. And now we just need bottom left, right? Yeah.
Thanks for clarifying.
No problem. Maybe if you can hit it right out of his hands?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I mean, you can have a play around with this chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we get some time here. I was really sketch about that, but I thought I could get it. Took a hit there.
You suck.
Yeah. I want to get into position right now. I took a hit. Wanted to stay up. This was super sketch. And now I gotta get that bomb in there. What? Don't know what's going on. That was literally me taking as much time as possible to not get that bomb out of place. I was like, yeah, nope. I'll take a little extra time on this.
Not like you're speedrunning or anything.
Yeah, not like I'm speedrunning or anything. Everyone knows I just slow run games. Let's be honest. See, these points. If this was another language, would the stuff trigger faster? Or is that a standard pause after? We don't know. No one will ever know. It's impossible to know.
Is it?
I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there's language options. I haven't checked. But no one will ever know. Okay.
Sure.
Time for the actual fun part of the boss.
Yeah, because you don't like that first part at all.
Not at all.
Those gold splits.
Ha!
You're such a god.
Literally, like, this run was like came back from being awful. This was brought back so much.
I mean, you guys saw it.
Yeah.
You saw the red splits.
Which just shows, like, how much time can actually be saved. And again, we'll talk about that a little bit after.
Yeah.
Because it's stupid.
Yeah. You really enjoy running this game as well.
Really much so. I feel like time here could be saved if I could get those more consistently. And
Do you know what though? I think something you do is, and how you get hit a lot is going to hit them when you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Because you just take loads of damage.
Yeah. Well, I feel like this is a part that seems easy, and it's really not.
Yeah.
Because it, like, from looking at that, it just looks like I'm just jumping around everywhere and bashing into things.
That's
but
the
it's
trouble
like,
when you watch a speedrun of a game, though. It's like, you don't want to die because you lose time.
Yeah.
You've played the game to not die.
And I mean, we haven't died for so long.
Yeah.
Last time we died was 4-1.
Yeah.
Or no, 4 something. When we came out of the, right before the mech fight, we had that little oopsie.
Is that the last time you died?
Yeah. On this part, again, it's all just phases. You just go through all the phases. There's no rush to even pick up those things or break that stuff until all the phases are actually done. I never used to have a problem with these, and for some reason, I've been getting hit by them lately. Like words?
Huh?
That was my mic, okay? That was my remix. No, lately those things have just been hitting me. And as you guys can see, like, I lost a run to that when it's so easy to dodge.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of glad that I lost the run to that now.
Yeah, no, definitely. I said to you every time you die, it's good because like I think it makes you more careful about that part.
Yeah. I think I get hit right here to the checkered. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You know why I think I like this game?
Why?
It reminds me a lot of, what was it? It was like a game on Xbox, like the free store. Maybe it was paid. It was like Geometry Wars or something. I forget the game, but it was like basically like you're a shape. And it was like Space Invaders or asteroids on like crack. And like, just like I used to like play with my friends, and I would always play the pacifist mode, which means you had to stay alive as long as possible without killing anything. And like these like parts and certain parts of the game just like remind me of that. Where it's like, you know, you don't have any reason to attack, you can't attack, you just have to stay alive as fast as possible, and all you can do is move. That's it.
I mean, for a long part of the game, you're a defenseless blob with no attacks, and then you get the ability to like rip things heads off.
Yeah, but then you still barely use that.
Yeah.
It's really just a way to get away.
Yeah.
Or like stun them.
Stun them? Well, when you rip their head off.
No, like when you bump into them initially, you stun them. I was so stressed right here.
I know.
So stressed. Heart was pounding.
So was I.
I was like, oh my god. Because like 3 hits, you're dead. Plain and simple.
I know. And this is when you always like go and hit those when you shouldn't.
Yeah, no, that's why I hit that one and then I went to the corner. I didn't try to rush this one. That was a little sketch. man. I like these parts never used to have a problem with either, and I've been getting hit by them as well.
I know.
Gorgeous.
He's a
Amazing.
god.
Right here, I was so hype. I was so hype.
know.
I was just like, let's go! Let's go! Again, language. You know what I mean?
Because you can't skip that turn.
And it's like, I don't read any of it. Actually, I'll be honest. I read some of the memory ones just because, like, you can't really do anything there. You just kind of have to read them.
Yeah.
And time.
Wow.
That's right, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go! I'm still hyped about it.
He's been so moody the last few days, not being able to get the world record.
Yeah, no, I have. So moody. So moody. 4 minutes and 15 seconds just knocked out. Let's go. And what is that? Over 3 minutes? No, over 3 minutes or 4. Over 4 minutes of the world record.
Yeah.
Because I was only 12. I was only like 12 or so seconds behind. So that's like literally 4 minutes. Just boom.
And the next plan is to...
The next plan... I think I'll take it in steps. Or should I just go for it?
No, you have to go for it. Like, why?
Okay. So, let's fill you guys in. Essentially right now, with my best segments and stuff like that, sub 2 hours is possible.
That's what we're going to go for, isn't it?
And that's what we're going to go for, is sub 2 hours. And
0 deaths as fast as we can.
That's going to be nuts. I don't even want to imagine. Sub 2 hours is easily possible. Not easily, but like easily possible.
Not easily possible, but it's definitely
Well, no, it's 100% possible. No doubt in my mind. If you gave this thing to a task, they'd probably get it in 145, 140, I would say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if not even lower, just because of how fast they could do the movements without thinking, right? Because that's the thing about...
It'd be interesting to, like, see how much of the game is story.
Yeah.
Like, how much the story takes up in the run.
Oh, yeah, that would be a good thing to figure out.
Yeah, yeah. Because then that's time that, you can never knock off the run.
Yeah. Well, the only way you could is by language. If the language changes, if the text hits, does it trigger the flag to start whatever the next sequence is, or is it always like gated at the same time no matter what? Does that text box appear that long on every single language? That would be something to see. Yeah, that's it, guys. New world record. New world record! Let's go! Oh my god. For all of you that have sat down and watched this run and been here with us for 2 hours and some odd minutes, we definitely appreciate it. Thank you so much. We stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/itskeen. We plan on streaming, or starting back streaming on a regular schedule, Friday through Tuesday, 4 p.m. EST. We play various games, currently trying to beat Pogo Stuck, which don't think that's going to happen, but you know what, I got to do it. And then
Pogo Stuck stream for the foreseeable future.
Once we do that, though, then I really want to, we have a few more games that we plan on playing. We stream a variety of games, but I'll definitely be running this game a lot more to hit that sub 2 hours, because that would be amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Insane.
Yeah, it would be insane. I would sit down and watch the run every morning. I would kick back. I would wake up and I would just start the run and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm just going to watch this. Yes. Yes, nice. Ah, yeah, sub 2 hours."
Oh, you're such a god.
Oh my god. Not really. I suck. Just watching it back, it just makes me mad that I blew the first half of the run.
Well, that just means you can improve it, doesn't it?
Yeah. I won't stop. I will find you. they cast.
Hey.
They cast. It's Liam Neeson.
No, it's Bane.
They cast him in this game.
They cast Bane as the narrator.
Oh, yeah, but yeah, that was Mo Astray in 2 minutes 13. No, 2 minutes. I can't. 2 hours 13 minutes 51 seconds. Yeah, I wish it was 2 minutes.
You all wish you'd only been watching this video for 2 minutes.
They're all like, "Jeez, we time really flew past. It was like a paradox or something like that. They lost time. Entered like a hyperbolic time chamber." But yeah, that is it, guys. We hope you enjoyed the video. Again, twitch.tv/itskeen. Come and hang out with us. We'd love it. We have a Discord. You can see the link down in the bottom corner. That's Mo Astray. So we hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time.